Good morning, friends and Bitcoiners. Welcome to another showing of BCN Crypto Kickoff, the show where we look at the past performance of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to get our expectations of the future performance of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. My name is Mr. Clifford T. Mitchum, and I am going to be your host. I'm also the educational director for BitcoinCryptoNews, your source where we put together all of the amalgamation of Bitcoin and crypto news information out in the whole internet space so we can give you a good comprehensive view of what's going on today. So let's go ahead and get everything started. First things first, we do have a little disclaimer just to make sure that everybody knows the basics of what we have going on here. The information provided in this show is for educational purposes and is not financial or investment advice. For financial advice, please speak with a licensed professional. All right. So with that said, let's go ahead and kick it off. Let me get my notes opened up. Open. All right. So looking at the week of September 30th through October 6th, Bitcoin started off the week at $6,618.83. Finished out the week at $6,588.31. So that overall is a $30.52 drop. So now, when you look at that drop, it comes down to only 0.5% as far as a decrease. That's like nothing. Just as far as everything goes in the crypto space, this kind of drop is all just, it's nothing. The whole market's been sideways the last few months. That just is there's not been much activity. A lot of it's all hinged on what's going on with the ETF, which everybody that's already tapped into crypto already knows. It's where a lot of the institutional investors are kind of sitting on the sidelines, but we do have some breakouts coming in for that. But just before we get into that a little bit deeper, just want to say we switched over to just doing YouTube for right now, because every time we do a video on Facebook Live, it gets all pixelated and nasty, and it just doesn't work out well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do this show, edit it, and then post it there, and then all around all the other social media and everything we have going on with that. So I do want to give a quick shout out to Bitcoin and Coffee. Pardon me on that hang up. Thanks for the shout out this morning. We're going to go ahead and work on doing a crossover show, so we can have you come down here or show up here or you show up there or something. We'll figure it out. But be in contact about that. So with that all said, getting back to our performance. Now, when you look at the chart of what was going on for last week, we had a dip in the middle of the week, and it wasn't significant because we had a quick rebound. We had a lot of just activity talking about the announcements of what's going on, and different regulatory bodies are going to be looking at cryptocurrency. But then we had a sharp bounce back when you look at the performance of it. So it's kind of showing that it was more likely a whale just giving up a large portion of their position and then re-entering into the market, because everything just shot straight up. And then again, just continued to go sideways for that. Now, when we take this into account and look at what the performance was last year, so for the same time frame of September 30th to October 6th last year, Bitcoin started at $4,341.05. Finished the week out at $4,370.81. That's a $29.76 gain, or 0.7% increase. So it's roughly the same as what we have going on right now. The market is just sideways. Everything's waiting for the big October surprise, which always seems to happen around October. Weird. But I think a lot of that's connected to the fact that it's the new quarter, so we can always look at a new chart of performance. You have a lot more companies that are looking to bolster up their balance sheet, and cryptocurrency is what I personally believe has been where a lot of them have been gaining on that, because you see a lot of introduction and a lot of growth over this quarter. But we'll touch on that in just a moment. But just looking at the performance last year, the same time frame, everything was just relatively flat. So it's just like we're doing right here. So there's just not much activity in general in crypto space at this time. Everybody's just kind of consolidating, looking over their paperwork, looking into what they plan on doing for the entire quarter, that you just don't have much activity. So we can, follow on that same path. So now when we continue to look at what's going to happen next week, last year. Yeah, sounds funny, but we'll look into that. So looking at that chart, Bitcoin started off the week at $4,369.35. Excuse me. This is the time frame of October 9th through October 15th. I may not have got those dates right. Yeah. Oh, yep. 7. Oh. I messed up my notes here a little bit, but my apologies on that. But anyway, we're looking at the time frame of October 7th through October 14th. So in that time frame, Bitcoin started out at $4,369.35 and then finished out the week at $5,641.21. This is a gain of $1,271.86 or 29.1% increase. Now that is tremendous. And this is exactly what not exactly. This is similar to the expectation I would have for this week and beyond. We're going to start seeing a steady growth and steady increase in cryptocurrency. We have a lot of activity, and I really feel the market's been depressed, waiting to hear back what the SEC and legacy market's going to do as far as cryptocurrency. But when we look at what was going on last year, this is the point that we saw the breakout. Everything just started skyrocketing and shooting up. So we have that tremendous increase, and we had everybody rushing into cryptocurrency. Now, if the SEC does include cryptocurrencies as an ETF, I can expect to see numbers similar to this, 30, 40, 50% increases between now and the end of the year. I'm even strong enough to say we're going to see multiple orders over that. But it's largely contingent on that. We just have so many institutional people that are looking to get into the crypto space that it could just be a boom. But all of them are waiting for that third-party validation from the SEC. So we'll see that. Either way, I still feel that we're going to start seeing growth over this week and the coming weeks, just because cryptocurrency has always just done well at this time of year. So looking at that, moving into our quarterly activity. In the fourth quarter, which goes from October 1st through the end of the year, all right, we had Bitcoin that started off last year at $4,395.81, and it finished at $14,156.40. All right, and 40 cents, being a $9,760.59 gain, or 222% increase. Now, this is also the point where we hit the all-time high in the middle of December of almost $20,000. So that kind of growth could very well be in the future for cryptocurrency with the introduction of institutional and legacy funds. If that doesn't come through, I still see a significant increase in cryptocurrency in the order of over 100%. Finishing out the year in some range of 14,000 still seems possible, but Bitcoin's always reached its all-time high at this portion of the year. So we can either see a tremendous increase or a matching, just getting close to the 20,000 we saw last year. And that's what I'm kind of hoping for, but we're really going to see what's going on as time progresses. So looking at what we have for year-to-date for this quarter between October 1st up to today, Bitcoin started out the quarter at $6,593.24. And when I did this last night, it was at $6,566.05. And actually, as of this very moment, let's look at the price of Bitcoin. It's coming in at almost $6,700, $6,657.46. Overall, we're looking at about $141 drop, as of last night's number, or we're looking at about $60 increase up to this morning. So it's been pretty nominal just as far as that. So we're very quiet as far as the current growth. Last year we saw that rise coming up, but this year it's just been such a bear market. We've been moving sideways for so long. It's just that pattern has just got everybody really, you know, sensitive, and they're not really getting out and moving into the crypto space like they were last year, which is not really understandable. But I mean, when you think about the potential that cryptocurrency has and the incorporation it's got throughout governments and other organizations, business, you just can tell big things are going to be happening for it. So I personally am doing what I can to get more into the crypto space. So with that, looking at some of our top stories, one of the key stories that we had going on last week was the Goldman-backed Circle selling cryptocurrency collections. So Circle, obviously backed by Goldman Sachs, is looking to get in the crypto space. It's one of the big legacy money-making institutions that bought up a lot of the Facebook stock after its crash, and Goldman Sachs has been a big player. Jamie Dimon's actually been very outspoken as far as what he believes cryptocurrency will and won't do, but it really shows that they've actually been very integral, and they've been watching the space closely, and they're starting to move their way into it as well. And you see that same pattern going through a lot of the other legacy banking institutions. So they're not actually outwardly saying we're getting into crypto, we encourage everybody to get into crypto. They're actually the source of much of the FUD that we have going out in the crypto space to try to depress the market and keep everybody scared, don't get in. While they go in and they jump into positions of cryptocurrency, so that way they can certainly profit well in the crypto space as they, do their best to depress everybody else, and they can get in at a low price. This is what really is evident about everything, is that because they're making moves like this, it shows that it has that potential to really be that currency that reestablishes the world, the paradigm shift that we've all been talking about, that we've all been expecting for years. So the legacy institutions are starting to get into that. So now, another big article that we had coming through came from Cointelegraph. Now, they pointed out their story was Bitcoin's block size can be increased without a hard fork, says Blockstream co-founder. This is really interesting, considering they had the whole split with Bitcoin Cash and the like. They have their own issues and all that, but if we can make actually adjustments to Bitcoin to make it more scalable without actually having to fork and cause another schism within the entire crypto community, as what happened with Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin, which Roger Ver, I think, kind of went a little too heavy in his actions on that. But neither here nor there. We're all in the crypto space just to kind of do what we can to maximize on the benefits that we see coming into through that. But it's really interesting to see how they can make that adjustment and that scalability factor and make Bitcoin, truly scalable, movable, and more liquid. Particularly if you can move into the smaller portions as far as the block size, smaller transactions that are more affordable with a larger block size. So we'll kind of see how that goes and how that develops. Another good article we had that came in was from Think Liberté. And then what they pointed out is that, I just lost it here. And a little crypto shout out to Think Liberté. And the article that they pointed out was that the Indian Law Commission recognizes cryptocurrency as electronic payment. So it's showing that the Indian business and utility interests are looking to accept cryptocurrency. And then further to that, they also pointed out another article where Japan, they have a self-regulatory crypto exchange association that's considering margin trading to limit stem losses. So it just shows that the regulatory bodies are being put into place to accept cryptocurrency. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. It's not going to zero. It's going to be growing. It's going to be developing. It's going to be getting better over time. And the thing that's really key in all that is that there's no central organization to influence and manipulate the crypto space. So it truly makes it very egalitarian throughout the world. And that just really bolsters the idea, in fact, that the SEC, I'm sure, is going to find a way to get the ETF through. If it's not Now it's going to be sometime in the future. Now, the next article we do have to look at was in regards directly to the SEC. And let me get back to that because they're going to be reviewing the rejected Bitcoin ETFs. And they've made the announcement they're going to be looking at that October 26th. So now, because of that, we could see more sideways action, and that could delay the growth that I would expect that we would see based off of what was happening last year and what we can see as far as the overall introduction and incorporation of cryptocurrencies. So they actually previously had said they're going to announce in November. So if they're going to be reviewing it at the end of October, they can still be making the announcement in November. If they make the announcement early, if they make the announcement late, they like to keep everybody, kind of guessing, keep you on your toes, jumping, as far as when they make their move, which is understandable because we don't want to have it look like an insider trading incident, kind of like the Coinbase Bitcoin Cash situation that completely absolved, nobody did anything wrong, but just looked kind of fishy. So once they come through with that, we'll kind of look at the performance and see where it goes from there. Just that lead up has just been keeping everybody on such pins and needles. We haven't seen the spikes in cryptocurrency that we've all come to get used to and we've always loved. But we like that volatility just because it opens up so many opportunities that people can profit from cryptocurrency and really take advantage of it. So those are the major articles that I saw for the week. So we'll get into that. Now, moving on from our articles, we also do a way for everybody to learn about cryptocurrencies. There are over 2,000 and 2,042 different cryptocurrencies that are being traded right now. That's according to CoinMarketCap. Now, obviously, knowing about every single one of those is really pretty much outside of somebody's true capabilities. But we do like to focus on the larger projects and just take a minute of our time to learn about them. So we have the BCN 1 Minute With series where we spend 1 minute with a cryptocurrency. Now, normally I do these one a day, and that way we can go and expand and understand our views of the other projects that we have going out there. However, the last few weeks, I've had so much going on. We had the Festival of Code, we had Yom Kippur, we had a bunch of things that I wasn't able to do shows for you all. So my apologies on that. And getting back into the flow of it this week has just been less than I would like. So I haven't been as on top of that as much, but I'm going to get better. I'm going to have some more videos out for all of you. But you can go by going to our Facebook page for BitcoinCryptoNews education. You can see those 1 minute videos. So the latest ones we had done was for Genesis Vision. And Genesis Vision is the next step in financial markets. It integrates a lot of the information that traders and investors are looking at, so that way it can be done in one place and people can make decisions with everything in one site and location. So check out that video and you can see about that project. Another project that we had gone over as this loads was Dent. And with Dent Wireless, what they're doing is they're incorporating payments to your wireless carriers, so that way you can just top off your payments and actually trade the extra minutes with other users around the world. That one's really going to be disruptive in the sense that it can actually allow international pricing to come down and become more affordable throughout the world. So whoever has the lowest pricing can take those minutes, sell on the global market to other people that are paying in a higher price region, profit from that, still keep the minutes within the telecommunications company, and offer more egalitarian, more open and inviting ways for people to get access to minutes and using their mobile data information. Great idea, wonderful project. And then we also have Civic. So Civic looks to do identity through blockchain. So this way you have a secure identity rather than just having to pull out your ID and having your information, and the KYC that we even see for other exchanges can be done through one cryptocurrency project. So that one's really interesting. So take a minute of your time to go check out that video. And then we also have Grosso Coin. Hope I'm saying that right. But they're a really interesting project, and these guys are hardcore. They pump out updates continually, consistently, and have been since they incorporated. They're actually a legacy coin that's been around since 2014. So they're really focused on doing instant private transactions with subatomic fees. So check out that project. So we also had Veritasium, and they're looking to take a lot of the information and the financial markets that we see in the legacy markets and move that onto the blockchain, removing intermediaries. So you don't need the hosting the hosting institutions that you traditionally do in legacy financial markets. So interesting project, but take a minute of your time to go into that. Now, if you have a project that you'd like us to go ahead and consider making a video on, by all means, reach out, let us know. If you're in charge of a project, wants to pick your project, we're not shills, but we will take a donation and do a little video for that project, pass it around. We do our best to be objective. We're not going to just be somebody's lapdog and say wonderful things and everything, but we're also not going to just beat something up around the bush. We want to be informative, and we want to make sure that people have an overall view of your project, what has going on there. Main thing is reach out. Small donations are always appreciated just to get those things going. So now with that, wow, that kind of wraps up most everything I have going on here. We did have our latest meeting for Bitcoiners of Southwest Florida. It's actually the largest cryptocurrency enthusiast group in the Southwest Florida region. So you can find that on meetup.com, Bitcoiners of Southwest Florida. So all of you out here in this area of Florida, by all means, come out, hang out, chat with other people that don't go cross-eyed when you start talking about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and other altcoins. So bring in a project that you like, your interactions, and we'll take that information. I do want to give a crypto shout out to Matt and Matt. They came all the way down, or one Matt came all the way down from Tampa to visit with us. The other Matt's actually been a part of our group for the longest. We appreciate you guys always coming out, but those two are the most notable people that came to our meetup, and we appreciate everybody that does come by. But by all means, hang out, talk to some like-minded individuals. And one of the best things we do for everybody that's entering the crypto space or looking to expand their knowledge in the crypto space is through our live courses. We have a Bitcoin 101 that somebody that's brand new can get started opening their Coinbase accounts, learning how to research coins. The most important thing in cryptocurrency: research, research, research. Do your best to discern if something's going to be a scam coin or if the project actually has potential. We have our Bitcoin 201, so that way if somebody wants to expand their portfolio, they've already got the basics taken care of, and they want to really get into cryptocurrency and actually start doing a little bit of trading, we help do that. So they can open up their other exchange accounts and navigate through that. Really is a great primer for people that are just getting in and moving into a more intermediate stage of cryptocurrency. And then we also have our Bitcoin 301 for people that want to actually go into day trading and investing from cryptocurrencies. Look at that. Again, it's for educational purposes. We're not licensed financial advisors in that respect, but we do know how to get down the road and navigate into ways that will help avoid particular mistakes that we've made in the past, so that way you can make great profits in the future. And you can find us on all sorts of social media: Minds, Facebook, YouTube. I've got set up a Tribes account. So Eugene, I'm going to get your link and I'm going to sign up for that, and we'll get on to that social media site. But by all means, if there's a site that you know of that we should be on, let me know. Oh, we also do have a MeWe account, so we're on that site as well. And Instagram, our Instagram followers, thank you. That one's growing rather quickly. Everybody on Twitter, hey, you guys got us. We're at about 5,000 people between the two accounts we have on there. So, kudos to all of you. Thank you. And if you'd like a copy of the show notes here that has actual charts, graphs, and everything that you can see that are going around in the background behind me, once the video is edited, you can see all that. All right, so you can go ahead and email me or contact me. We can go ahead and get you a copy of that. And with that all said, I appreciate you spending some time with us here to get an understanding of what to look for for the coming week in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Get out there, get your feet wet. Let me know, how we're doing, how everything's going, what I overlooked, what I should do better on, things along those lines. But main thing is, keep this in mind. You got to risk it to get the biscuit. Thanks for coming out. Not letting me in. Oh, no, that's not it. Well, I'm still here because I don't know how. Why is it? All right, well, I'm trying to end the video, everybody, but it's not giving me the button. Give me the button. All right. Well, I guess we'll just keep going live. Just want to make sure this thing goes through properly. Oh. So I hope this has been entertaining for everyone. But stop. You gotta love live. But and there it is. It's hiding. I knew there was something right there. Bye.